Hi there, it's Justin Lubino with Senior Advisors. It's Saturday, November 15th, 2025, and CMS just released the 2026 Part B premiums as well as the income adjustments on Friday. So we're doing this short video here to explain those upcoming changes for 2026. So this is not every single change that's happening in 2026, but the purpose of this video is just to highlight some of those big impacts coming next year. The first one, cost of living adjustment on Social Security. This was actually announced about a month ago, went up about 2.8%, which is an average of about $56 a month. Obviously, that depends on your Social Security check and how much you get. Last year, this was an increase of about $50, so it's a slightly higher increase. I know folks want even more, but it is slightly higher than it was in 2025. The Part B premium, this is what was announced yesterday, increased $17.90 a month. So that's going from $185 a month to $202.90 for the base income. And we're going to go through the income brackets for higher earners as well. The Part B deductible. So if you have a Plan G Medicare supplement, this is that those doctor bills that you pay at the beginning of the year, that increased $26. So it was $257 in 2025. It's going to $283 in 2026. And then for the Part D prescription plan, the structure changed slightly. The maximum out of pocket for 2025 was $2,000. That's going up to $2,100 for 2026. So these are some of the highlights coming for 2026. I mentioned the higher earners for income have to pay this incremental amount. And what are those changes for 2026? Again, these are called IRMAAs, or income-related monthly adjustment amounts. And you can see the right side of this chart shows you for Part B what those premiums are going to be for 2026 and what those income brackets are going to be as well. So once again, we have 6 different income brackets, just like we had for 2025. The base income went up slightly, which will help folks if you're just on the border there. Now it's below $109,000 income and below $218,000 for joint filers that just pay the base Part B premium, which again next year will be $202.90 per month per person. However, if you're in one of these higher income brackets, you can see there's the 5 additional income brackets here. You'll pay the higher amount to the government for these Part B premiums, and they're called IRMAAs for Part B. So you could see $284 a month, $405, $527, all the way up to $689 a month if you're fortunate enough to be in that top income bracket. All right, there's also an IRMAA for Part D as in drugs. So the drug plan or the prescription plan, you pay the premium to the insurance company, which could range anywhere from $0 a month to $150, depending on the state and the plan that you enroll in, for example. But in addition to the plan premium, if you're in one of those higher income brackets, you also pay the government this IRMAA. So these brackets, again, are the same brackets we just looked at on the prior slide. If you're in the base income, you just pay the premium for the drug plan. You're not paying an IRMAA or an income adjustment. But if you're in one of those higher brackets, you pay an additional $14 a month, $37, $60, all the way up to $91 a month. Again, if you happen to be in that top income bracket. So what we do on this last slide here is we just add those numbers up together for the folks that are in those higher income brackets, so they get a sense of what is the total monthly amount they're going to pay the government for the Part B premiums and the IRMAAs for Part B and Part D. So you can see, again, the base income just pays the $202.90, but those higher brackets, this is the total, $298 a month, $443, $587, all the way up to $780 a month. That's the amount they pay the government for the Part B premiums and the income adjustments. Now, these income adjustments are based upon your income from the last tax return the government has processed. So for 2026, they're using your 2024 tax return. They don't have 2025 tax return yet, right? So for a lot of people, they may no longer be making that income from 2024 due to a life event such as a work stoppage or work reduction. If you're actually going to be in a lower income bracket for 2026, you can appeal, and you should appeal, these IRMAAs if you've had a life event, such as a work stoppage. So the form you use, once you get that IRMAA letter, which will be in the next few weeks, you can use this form. It's called SSA 44, And it's an 8-page document, but it's really 1 page of information to fill out and 7 pages of instructions. And you're going to check off what the life event was. It has to be one of these life events. Again, most common, work stoppage or work reduction. You put the date of the event. Then you put your projected income for the following year. So for 2024, maybe you were in that third income bracket. But for 2026, now you're retired, you're no longer working, and your income's going to be $100,000, or $50,000, whatever the number is. You fill that out, and you basically sign the form and submit it to Social Security, and they just take your word for it. So they'll drop those IRMAAs or put you back down to the correct level based upon your projected income for the following year. So we definitely recommend that if it's a valid appeal, right? If you're still going to be in the same income bracket, that's your retirement income, or that's a good problem to have. You have higher income, but there's no way to appeal it if you're still making that income. Some other changes for 2026, the Part B deductible, once again, increased $26, so went from $257 to $283 in 2026. So if you have a most common Medicare supplement, which is called Plan G, or even Plan N, you have to pay that deductible at the beginning of the year for your first couple of doctor's appointments. So that would be $283 next year for the Part B deductible. Some other changes you see here for Part A deductibles and coinsurance. Most people that have a Medicare supplement don't have to worry about these because the Part A benefits are generally covered as long as you have a Plan F, a G, or N. Those are the most common supplements. The Part A deductible is covered. So even though that's increasing and the coinsurance and copays are increasing for under Part A, you don't have to worry about those if you have one of those supplements because those are being covered for you by your supplement. Now with Part D, the prescription plans, some minor changes here for next year. We mentioned earlier the deductible maximum for 2026 is going up from $590 to $615. So the prescription plans, the majority of these plans will have a full $615 deductible. To get a plan with a zero deductible, you generally have to pay $80 a month or $100 a month in premium, which in most cases is not worth it. If you have certain drugs and the plan makes sense, it might be worth it. But I would say most people that are enrolling in drug plans have a plan that have this deductible. The other change I mentioned earlier, the maximum out-of-pocket for 2026 is going up slightly from $2,000 to $2,100. Those are the main changes really for the drug plans. I will say we have seen many of these plans have large premium increases. A lot of this has to do with some of the changes that came out of the Inflation Reduction Act. And additionally, these plans are no longer working with agents. We've created a video, which I'll link to up here, which shows you how to find the most cost-effective drug plan. So we do recommend you review that. It's right on the Medicare.gov website. It should only take you about 10 minutes or so. You just put in your drugs, and it'll show you the most cost-effective drug plan, which looks at the premium plus the cost of medications for all 12 or 14 of the plans that are available in your state. And again, it sorts the list for you. It's a very simple video. I recommend you go through that if you haven't done so already. You do have to, if you're going to change your drug plan, you have to do so by December 7th. And the video will also walk you through how to enroll in the drug plan as well. So I hope you found this video informative. We do ask that you subscribe to our channel. You can like the video, put comments below. That gets more people to see the video, which again, we're trying to just inform and educate folks. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to us on our website to get more information or give us a call. And we hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care.